Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for the second beer review. If you've seen the first one, when it goes up you will see that I said I was going to do two Leffe beers. This is the second Leffe beer, and again it's from that box that I got from the Craterscape in Huddersfield. It's the Beer Hall box that has all sort of like inbev beers in. I'm pretty certain they're clearing this box because it has beer Hall on it, and the website is no longer Beer Hall, it's Perfect Draft, blah blah blah. But anyway, we're doing that other beer. So the one we are looking at, like I say, it's another one from Leffe, and this is their Ambree. So their Leffe Ambree. Now the box cost me 16 quid as it happens, so I'm not going to go around all the houses telling you everything, but works out about 75p each. 6.6% in a 250ml bottle, so it's a diddy little bottle. Now I think these beers are all imported from sort of Belgium or something, and a lot of them have been different. Now the bottle's a different shape to me, to what we expect to see. Not that we see amber over here, but not only that, if you can see on the side, we've got Leffe embossed on the bottle, and it's got that sort of, this window thing here, embossed going round, so you've got two Leffe and two windows. So it's a beautiful looking bottle, a beautiful sort of copper looking Leffe bottle cap, which is lovely, and the typical Leffe branding with the Ambree or amber beneath it. So to me that bottle's worth 75p straight away. So all I can do is get a decent drink out of it, and I'm quids in, aren't I, really, to be honest. So because it's only a small bottle, 250ml, I've been using just a tiddly 250ml glass, so it should come up to about there. So let's get it cracked open and see what we get. Now I will tell you now, this has been on Perfect Draft, and I've got to say I felt a little bit disappointed with it, to be honest. It's supposed to have sort of like banana notes, I think, and I think they were sort of there, but not really major. That was the impression I got. But I will say, what it says on the bottle here, it does say, and it's all in sort of like foreign if you like, notes de epics, notes de epics et de malt grill. So maybe it's a bigger malty sort of Leffe, maybe with banana notes, I don't know, but we'll see. We'll take it on face value, and I'll see whether I like it or not, and I'll see if I can try and think back to when I reviewed Leffe Ambree on the Perfect Draft to see if it's any better. Apologies if I come outside, but I can't always see anything. So, beer in a glass. Well, it's definitely looking darker than a standard Leffe. It's definitely got that sort of dark malty sort of look, if you like. So maybe it is more malty than Leffe, which is quite ironic because, like I say, I've just done the Leffe Blonde out the bottle, and I thought it tasted a lot more malty than what we get over here. So beer in a glass, it's sort of like a light mahogany colour, chestnut sort of colour. There's a few bubbles going up. We've got just a finger of slightly off white head, but it looks like a decent beer. Just looking at that, you just don't get that look with sort of a lot of English beers, do you? So let's dive in on the nose and see what we get. Yeah, massively malty. Again, massively malty. It's got that sort of animal feed aroma to it, which I've never got with any of the English sort of Leffes, but got with the blonde and this. A slight sweetness to it. Earthy sort of nuttiness, maybe. Slight nutty might not be the right word, but earthy, woody, nutty kind of feel, maybe all sort of mixed into one. Don't know if I'm sort of really getting any banana in there. There might be a slight sweetness to it. I've just had the blonde in the same glass. All I've done is rinse it, so maybe that sweetness sort of thing is coming through there. But it smells quite decent. There's no sort of alcohol on the nose. So let's dive in. Leffe Ambree. Cheers. First impressions, first mouthful. A bit boring. Yeah, it's malty, it's darker. It's almost in between a standard Leffe and a Brew, but with none of the sort of flavours to a certain extent from what I'm getting just from the first taste, with nothing that you get in a normal Leffe and nothing that you get in a Brew. It's just a malty beer with nothing else at the moment. But we'll go in, we'll crack on with the review and give you some other things. But body's quite nice. Does feel reasonably heavy or reasonably weighty. Not heavy, weighty. It's a nice feel in the mouth. It's very soft, it's very smooth. Carbonation definitely feels more gentle than the Leffe that I've just done, but it doesn't feel as rough, and that's because I think the body on this one is heavier. I think it's, as it says something about the malt on the front. I'm kind of getting the feel that it is a bigger maltier beer, and for me, when you've got more malt in a beer, it sort of weighs it down a bit. It adds a bit of weight to it, and that calms down the carbonation for me. It sort of counteracts it. Very smooth. I wouldn't say it's overly soft. The body is decent, but it kind of thins out a little bit on the back end. Maybe that's the more you drink it, that it just sort of doesn't feel so heavy. On the taste, a yeastiness, maltiness, a tad of sweetness, a tad. I'm not going to say you really get sort of any fruity notes to it. There's maybe a hint of fruit in there, but if it is there, it's very much a background note, I would say. .6%. You don't get it all. Again, like the standard Leffe that I've just done out of the bottle, the ABV is just nowhere. But again, even this bottle for me, as with the Perfect Draft keg, it's a little bit bland. I think it's a nice enough beer. You're not going to dislike it. There's nothing nasty there, but it's a little bit bland. It's all malt for me. It's very much, you know, and that's what it feels. I could be totally wrong, but it feels like quite a big malty beer with nothing else to it. And we're talking along the lines of, oh, what beers have I had? For example, I think, was it Tuborg Fitchy or something, one of them, Birra Moretti Baffadora, the malty one. They all seem to do this malty beer, but that's all it ever tastes of. It never tastes of nothing else. And the Leffe really is very similar. This Leffe Ambree is very similar to them as well. So, although it's a drinkable beer and you won't be throwing it down the sink, it's easy enough to drink, it's nice enough, it is a little bit bland, it is a little bit boring, and a little bit disappointing, to be honest, just like the PD one. But like I say, it's a nice enough beer. So for me, Leffe Ambree certainly doesn't improve on the Perfect Draft one, that's for sure. Is it any worse? Probably not, really. Probably not. Well, maybe, because it's, you know, the PD one's on draft. But overall, the beer doesn't quite cut it for me. It's going to suit some people's taste, but it don't do it for me. If you've had it before in bottle form and on PD, let me know your own thoughts. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. That's it, simple as. Like and share the video. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. Also, I'm on TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all the beer no ideas, something like that. If you search that, you're going to find me. So yeah, I'll leave you all in peace. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.